How to learn English fast, the right way. Most people try to learn English for years, but still struggle to speak confidently. Not because English is difficult, but because they're using ineffective methods. They focus too much on grammar. They memorize rules. They consume content passively. But when it's time to speak, their brain freezes. Here's what most people don't understand. Language is not a subject, it's a skill. And every skill is built through input and output. Input is what you consume, listening and reading. Output is what you produce, speaking and writing. If you only focus on input, you understand English but can't speak. If you only focus on output, you struggle to form correct sentences. You need both. Let's break this down properly. First, use English daily. Your brain learns through repetition. When you use English every day, your brain starts recognizing patterns. Words become familiar. Sentences become automatic. Even 15 to 20 minutes daily can rewire your thinking over time. Second, think in English. Translation is the biggest barrier. When you translate, your brain follows a slow, two-step process, native language to English. This creates hesitation. Instead, train your brain to think directly in English. Start with simple internal sentences, then gradually increase complexity. This builds natural fluency. Third, listening is the foundation. Before you speak a language, you need to hear it enough times. Your brain needs exposure to pronunciation, sentence structure, and rhythm of speech. Watch videos, podcasts, interviews. Don't focus on every word. Focus on understanding the overall message. Over time, your brain fills the gaps. Fourth, speaking is active training. Many learners avoid speaking because they fear mistakes. But speaking is not the result of learning. It is the process of learning. When you speak, your brain actively recalls words, forms sentences, and improves speed. Even speaking alone helps, because fluency is built through repetition. Fifth, learn high-frequency vocabulary. Research shows that a small group of words covers most daily conversations. Instead of learning rare words, focus on useful ones. Words like get, make, go, take, need, want. These are used everywhere. Master them and your communication improves instantly. Sixth, imitate native speakers. This is called shadowing technique. You listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately. This improves pronunciation, fluency, and speaking rhythm. It trains your brain to respond faster without overthinking. Seventh, consistency builds neural patterns. Your brain forms connections based on repeated exposure. Irregular practice breaks this process. Daily practice strengthens it. That's why short, consistent sessions are more effective than long, inconsistent ones. Now, let's go deeper. Reading builds vocabulary and structure. When you read, you see how sentences are formed. You understand how ideas are connected. Start with simple content. Gradually increase difficulty. This develops comprehension naturally. Writing strengthens clarity. When you write, you organize your thoughts. You learn how to express ideas clearly. Start with small sentences, then build paragraphs. This improves both accuracy and confidence. Mistakes are essential for learning. From a scientific perspective, your brain improves through feedback. Every mistake shows what needs to be corrected. avoiding mistakes slows down progress. Making mistakes accelerates it. Learning phrases improves fluency. Language is not built word by word. It is built in chunks. Instead of learning individual words, learn common phrases. This reduces thinking time and increases speaking speed. Using apps can support consistency. Apps provide structured practice. They reinforce vocabulary through repetition. But they should support learning, not replace real usage. Real conversations build adaptability. When you talk to others, you learn to respond in real time. You adapt to different accents, speeds, and styles. This is critical for real-world fluency. Subtitles should be used strategically. First, use subtitles to understand content. Then, remove them to challenge your listening ability. This trains your brain to process spoken English naturally. Recording yourself creates self-awareness. You hear your own mistakes. You notice pronunciation gaps. This allows targeted improvement. Pronunciation should focus on clarity. You don't need a foreign accent. You need understandable speech. Clear pronunciation improves communication more than accent. Grammar should be functional. You don't need advanced grammar to speak fluently. You need basic structures: past, present, and future. Focus on usage, not perfection. Setting small goals improves consistency. Large goals feel overwhelming. Small goals feel achievable. Daily progress builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Curiosity drives learning. When you stay curious, learning becomes natural. You notice patterns. You ask questions. You explore more. This accelerates improvement. And finally, patience. Language learning follows a process. At first, it feels slow. Then, suddenly, everything starts connecting. But only if you stay consistent. Now, remember this clearly. Fluency is not about knowing everything. It's about using what you know without fear. The more you listen and read, the more input you gain. The more you speak and write, the more output you build. And when both increase together, fluency becomes inevitable. Most people quit too early. That's why they never reach fluency. But if you follow this process and stay consistent, you won't just learn English, you'll start thinking in it. Now let's make this practical, because knowledge without action does not change anything. Start using English in real situations. When you wake up, say it in English. When you eat, describe it in English. When you move, think it in English. This connects language with real life. Use the self-conversation method. Ask yourself simple questions. What am I doing right now? What did I do today? What will I do next? Then answer them in English. This builds thinking and speaking together. Focus on flow, not perfection. Most people stop speaking because they want perfect sentences. But fluency is not perfection. Fluency is continuity. Keep speaking, even if it's simple. Use connectors to sound natural. Instead of, I went there, I saw him, I came back, say, I went there, then I saw him, and after that I came back. This instantly improves your speaking level. Stop searching for difficult words. Your brain slows down when you try to sound smart. Use simple words you already know. Simple English equals fast speaking. Complex English equals hesitation. Think out loud. Don't just think silently. Speak your thoughts. This removes fear and builds confidence faster. Practice active listening. Don't just watch videos. Pause. Repeat. Understand. Break one sentence. Repeat it multiple times. This is where real learning happens. Confidence comes after action. You don't wait to feel confident. You speak, and confidence follows. Every time you speak, your fear reduces. Change your identity. Stop saying, I am learning English. Start saying, I use English. This small shift changes your mindset completely. Build an English environment. If no one around you speaks English, create your own environment. Change your phone language. Watch English content daily. Your brain adapts to what it sees often. Follow a simple daily system. 10 minutes listening, 10 minutes speaking, 10 minutes reading or writing. That's enough. Consistency matters more than time. Expect slow progress. Some days you'll feel stuck. That's normal. Your brain is still learning even when you don't see results. One day, everything clicks. You start understanding faster. You speak without thinking. You respond naturally. That's the breakthrough. Don't quit early. Most people quit right before improvement begins. Stay consistent. That's the difference. Final truth. You don't need talent. You don't need perfect grammar. You need consistency, courage, correct method. Start today, not tomorrow. Even one sentence today moves you forward. If this helped you, start applying it today. And if you want to improve your English, focus, and communication, check out more videos on Audible Ecstasy.